Hello and welcome to the first section of Chapter 7. We're going to be working with these things called systems of linear equations. And what that is simply two or more lines graphed together on one axis in the same variables. And what we're going to do is we're going to figure out where they cross at. I'm going to do this example with you guys tomorrow in class. So here's what I was talking about with the definition of a linear system. Two or more linear equations in the same variable, meaning that they both have to have like an x and a y, and the second equation has to have an x and a y. The solution to the system is an ordered pair that satisfies each equation in the system. So if it has more than two lines, which it could, they'd all have to cross at the same point. So use the graph to solve the system, then check your solution. The answer to the system is the point. So that point right there, that's the solution right there. It's an ordered pair. So that'd be 3, 2. And to check to see if that's the correct answer, you can plug this in. And you can do this on your homework on any of these next 4 sections that we're going to work on. You can test the answer by plugging it in. So 3 plus 2 times 2 is 4 equals 7. That's true. 3 times 3 for the second equation is 9. Minus 2 times 2 is 4. That equals 5. That works. So it works for both equations, and that's verifying that the solution is correct. All right, so solve these systems. So when it says to solve the system, what we're going to do is we're going to graph both of the lines. Okay, sorry about that. I like to have my little scrolling bar on the left here. Okay, so negative 2x plus 5. So we're going to start up here at 5. We're going to go down 2 over 1. And what I'm doing is I'm just graphing this line here. So we've worked with a lot of graphing. Or I can go up left, or up 2, then backwards 1. So there's my first line. And you're going to want to use graph paper for this because the answer has to be precise. Negative 4 is the next y-intercept, and I'm going to go up 1 over 4. And they cross at 4, negative 2. So that would be my answer. All right, here's another example I can do for you guys. 3 halves x plus 2. So we're going to start here at 2. We're going to go up 3 over 2. So up 3 spaces over 2. Or down 3 spaces backwards 2. So you may need to go up or down. So just keep that in mind. Okay, and then the next one is 2x plus 4. So it starts at 4, goes up 2 over 1. So here's an example where if I keep going up, they're never going to cross. I got to go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. And you can see that they cross down here at, let's see, negative 3, negative 3. Alright, so there are 2 examples for you. If they're not solved for y, you need to solve the equations for y. So for example, both of these, we would have to add x to both sides. So y equals x minus 7. And then this one here, we would have to subtract the x. And then divide by 4. So y equals negative 1/4 x minus 2. And then you could graph them from there. So I'm not going to graph it because we've seen enough examples. Here's a word problem. I'll do one word problem for you guys. A business rents inline skates and bicycles. During one day, the business has a total of 25 rentals and collects $450. So those are important pieces of the puzzle. Find the number of pairs of skates rented and the number of bicycles rented. So I'm going to call X the inline skates, the number of inline skates, number of skates rented. And we will call Y the number of bikes rented. And then what I'm doing is I'm establishing my variable so I know what we're dealing with, what X and Y represents. So I have 25 total rentals. X plus Y equals 25. And then I'm going to write an equation with the money, $450. $15 per skate, so 15x plus $30 per Y, per rental, per bike rental, and that's going to add up to $450 total. Now, this one here, what you'd do is you'd solve them for y and then graph them. I'm not actually going to solve this because the numbers are terrible. We will learn in 7.4, we learn an easy way to solve this. So what I want you guys to do for there's a word problem in your assignment tonight, right here, number 33. The same thing happens. You're going to write the equations, and when you solve them for y and graph them, it's a disaster. So what I want you to do is just write the equations and practice solving for y. You don't need to graph this one. And that's the assignment. So you're going to need some graph paper. See me if you guys have any questions for 7.1. Thank you.